Hello, viewership. Welcome back to the Investigator playing Batman, Arkham Asylum. With me, the Bardman.
I'm not doing the voice, me the doctor.
And me the Sprite.
Well, the Sprite nearly did the voice because she sucked down a load of Fanta beforehand.
I think when last we left our pointy-eared hero, he had just turned up in the medical building on Arkham Island, and it looks like Harley is chatting to us with something. Let's rejoin the action!
Shut up!
Ah, you crazy bitch! Harley! What's he doing here? It's too early!
I'm sorry, Puddin'. Don't be angry with me. Mwah!
Go, you little minx. I can never stay mad at you.
Sorry, B-Man. You'll have to find another way. Bye-bye now.
Cartwheel!
As you do.
Harley Quinn, away! And she's just ceased to exist.
Yeah.
Vanished.
Or she's just an invertebrate and doesn't have a skeleton. Did you consider that?
I didn't consider that. Who would have known? Oh, okay, it's like, I'm not available, not available.
Harley Quinn, slug warrior.
Let's she actually like do get to confront her physically at one point, but like obviously there's very few of Batman's adversaries that can go toe to toe with him in a fair fight, and Harley is not one of them.
Yeah,
so
whose superpowers include baseball bat.
we'll see how that goes.
I think you'll find her superpowers involve sneaking up behind you with a fucking giant hammer.
Yeah.
I think in the comics she actually is a metahuman now. She has like some kind of like serum or something that she got. She's stronger than she ought to be in the comics now, as per her recent departure from the Joker. The Joker's got like a new like lady head. I think I'm gonna go with this special throw, and then we're gonna get back to the game. But I can special combo throw.
Oh, you choose a direction and everything.
And then I can... okay, then I can lock the better takedowns thereafter. Right, okay.
It's weird that it is a tree but doesn't show itself as a tree. Like that some skills are unlocked by other skills or you only get some of them, but it's just shown as a line like that rather than being a tech tree.
So, seemingly, can't get through this way. Maybe there'll be something on the roof.
I don't know, maybe you should just keep pushing yourself against that fence again.
That's Batman with the intelligence of a laboratory mouse.
More like a laboratory locust in my personal experience.
There we go. I mean, are bats themselves very intelligent? I would not assume that bats, the actual animal that exists...
They're not stupid, if only because you need a certain level of intelligence to coordinate the level of sensory shit and flying around like maniacs that they do. It's the similar logic to, there's an argument that octopuses are as intelligent as they are because their intelligence arose from the neural systems you need in order to coordinate those limbs.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Manifest as intelligence. As almost like a side effect.
Does that mean skirts are just very difficult to manipulate, aka cuttlefish?
Yeah, potentially. Cuttlefish, what if you crossed an alien with a hovercraft? Fascinating looking animal.
Oh, I can do... Where is it? Where's the riddle? I can't see from the side. There's an easily solvable Riddler puddle if I can take a picture of the Wayne Enterprises tower. But
I saw that earlier.
I think it's behind
Yeah.
this bit of the asylum. I'll do it later.
Yeah, I definitely saw the Wayne building when it gave us that first moody panorama of Gotham.
It's a very quite good visual metaphor, really, that the Wayne family literally towers above the city and like they're this massive institution. And I think they delve into it quite a bit in the comics, like what the historical Waynes have done to shape Gotham and how lots of them weren't great people at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't really shy away from that to some extent. I love how he puts it on in like a bat symbol.
He does a little bit. Like
Everything. I'm surprised it doesn't have a template built into it that means it only sprays in bat.
It is a little bit of a fetish for him.
More than a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Batman like won't go down on his lovers, but like he will definitely wear his bat costume while doing them.
Yeah.
Try not to read too much into that. It's something that like Alan Moore has like pointed this out. Like again, we shouldn't always listen to Alan Moore, but nevertheless, like some of the things he says do have merit for the genre, including like that if a person like Batman actually existed, they would be horribly sexually depraved. Like they'd just be like a broken person.
Just so we're clear, this is coming from Alan Moore.
Alan Moore,
head
of all people.
fucking wizard Alan Moore.
I believe you'll find he's a druid. But
I believe you'll find he's a head of a made-up religion for himself because he
Pound
thinks
shop
he's the best thing
Rasputin.
ever.
He is Alan Moore is a pervert. There's a graphic novel that he wrote called The Lost Girls, which just go and Google it if you're. I don't know.
Do not Google that.
If you're curious, have a look. But I can't recommend it. I've never read it. I don't want to talk about it on air. It's disturbing, but there's a lot of weird sex
Did
stuff
he
in it.
do V for Vendetta?
He did,
Yeah.
back when he was less crazy.
Yeah.
He wrote it in response to like a succession of conservative governments coming to power in the United Kingdom, which is quite a sane response.
And yet
Yes.
apparently he hated the film and wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he loathed it, even though it's actually a fairly decent adaptation, to be honest.
It was what was it? I remember reading he'd done it might even have been Batman. There was something else which he'd worked in the film on and didn't like the process of his work being adapted, so it just went out. Moe's Watchmen, maybe like
He didn't like what he doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't like any of his work. He hates
Yeah.
From Hell, like the Johnny Depp movie.
All right, in his defense, From Hell's terrible, as is Watchmen.
Here we go.
But V for Vendetta is excellent. And I refused to watch it for years because I was like, that's going to be trash. And
It is
it
not
was
trash.
really
It's
good.
really good.
It's really good.
Surprisingly good showing from Natalie Portman.
I really rate Natalie Portman as an actress, and it's only got a little bit to do with the massive crush that I have on her.
I don't have a particular crush on her. I think she's perfectly, acceptable, and she's excellent in that film.
What was the line from Lego Star Wars? Teen Bard would have been so excited to have this opportunity to be in control of Natalie Portman's body.
Oh no!
Look, I'm not perfect, but that is definitely true.
Oh, Bard!
You edited that, you know!
Disturbing ways to put it. I've
Yeah.
clearly repressed that.
Understandably why. I'm sorry, viewership. But you know who's not sorry? Batman. What we can do now, we have more sophisticated gadgetry, is I can set off this explosion, blowing up the wall, and taking out the henchman, who's definitely not dead. There's just pieces of like a brick wall lodged in his body.
Glass wall.
That was a brick wall.
Okay, glass came out of it, so that's interesting.
Well, then that's blame the Unreal Engine.
The challenge is kind of ramping up a little bit because I think over here you'll see they have some doctor hostages that they're doing.
That's what they call them.
Some dostages. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're not going to
Quit while you're behind there, mate, I think.
I know where the conversational dead end is. It's right here.
When did you learn that?
Oof, get fucked.
Oh,
She's spitting fire from over there.
it
today.
is. They're just like kicking ass and taking names.
Because I'm knitting, so I can just sit here and be an
Yeah,
absolute
just like-
fucking bitch.
Me and the bard are kind of sitting in the main thing with we've got one microphone and the sprite is over in the corner with her own microphone and doing her knitting.
Just so we're clear, over in the corner, I'm currently touching the doctor's knee. I'm pretty sure I could reach the bard's knee from here.
Some of us are trying to bring the super criminals of Gotham to justice, but like many of us are just doing our knitting. So
Yep.
Excuse me, you're not bringing the super criminals to justice, you're playing Joker's game. You are a
got a point.
tool of the oppression.
Currently, I am just beating down on street level.
Also,
crime.
there's an argument that Batman is absolutely a tool of oppression because he's essentially a glorified cop.
Yeah, have you not heard there's a comedian here in the UK viewership for our international audience called Reginald D. Hunter, and he talks about how Batman is a conservative's wet dream because he never goes after like corporations or tax evaders. He beats down on street level crime with military grade gadgets from his vast personal fortune.
Yeah.
It's like he's a conservative's wet dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is why, I guess they're a bit too late to respond to stuff like that with the Batman, and it's kind of like the whole George Floyd thing. But that's something that Batman as a franchise can't shy away from much longer, I feel, in terms of like cultural consciousness.
I think
it will.
I think it maybe can. Like you can always, when the next time they reboot the DC universe, which has to happen because they do it every like 5 years in the comics. It feels like at this stage, but like you just give him a new origin story. Like he doesn't need to be a billionaire.
Yeah, I suppose. I always find it
Can
really
you
interesting.
imagine telling Batman fans that Batman's no longer a billionaire? They'll be rioting in the streets.
Yeah, they'll be buying Twitter and fucking it up. Oh god.
Oh
that's
yeah, he'd be
awful.
dead.
You got an achievement for that, so that's how fucked up it is.
There we go. Psychological tactics. It's part
Yeah.
of. It's one of the many weapons in the Bat arsenal.
Yeah.
Come on, can I get in from here? Come on.
It never stuck with me well that also he dresses up as a bat because he's afraid of bats, but most people aren't. There's no reason why anyone other than Bruce Wayne would find the concept of a bat inherently scary.
No, but he says it really well when he says they're going to share in my fear.
Yeah, that's
Because he makes himself scary
That's the
and
symbol,
it's
yeah.
the thing, yeah.
I've got a Batman comic called What the Butler Saw, and it's like a kind of addendum to one of Batman's adventures where Alfred just kind of takes center stage, and he has a theory that if it hadn't been a bat that frightened him, he would have become a Mothman. He would have become Owl Man. Like the
Mothman
bat
prophecies.
Yeah, the bat is irrelevant. It was just that he became a symbol of his fear, and it just so happened that he was afraid of bats.
Batman!
Yeah.
Hello.
That makes sense.
I don't know what happened. One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Plot twist. She's Poison Ivy. Because she's got red hair.
Went into the elevator.
She's not, unfortunately.
I'm guessing Poison Ivy ends up looking quite planty on this.
You'd be surprised, but we'll leave that as a surprise.
We'll be fine.
Have you ever seen a plant and thought, damn, that's a sexy looking plant?
No.
Well, you're about to.
Oh no.
Oh, then there's that giant one that looks like a dick and smells like corpse.
In the patient observation room, and
Or there's my sister's one that definitely looks like a butt.
Oh yeah, the ass plant.
Stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
Right, here we go. All these doctors that are in different places, gotta go find them
Sounds good.
and rescue them.
But yeah, for reference, visually, the sprite has long red hair and does a relatively decent Poison Ivy costume.
You're not meant to talk about that, that's for private use.
That's the other costume. That's the personal Poison Ivy costume.
So, the Batman. One of the many drawbacks they're all recording on one couch is I've got to listen to this. Here we go.
To be fair, you've seen me dressed up as the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah, I have actually.
Has he?
And Ursula.
I mean, Ariel's like 14 though, so like that's not age appropriate. Poison Ivy at least is a mature woman as far as we know.
Yeah, if only the sprite was a mature woman.
Yeah, tough.
That makes it sound weird. Like, yeah.
Don't worry, we've joked about the fact that I'm older than you, Doctor. It's
You are.
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe cut this.
And you always will be.
Yeah, that's how aging in linear time works. If you just subscribe to linear time, that is.
It's unclear at any stage, like in this game, I suppose. Like this is like an older Batman that we're getting. Obviously, like he's obviously been established in his career for a while.
Yeah.
But like, it's not clear how old he is in this game.
That's because Batman doesn't age.
Also, referring to... I know it technically is, but referring to being Batman is his career is a bit strange. But obviously it is.
It is, I mean,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I mean, like, in conjunction with being the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, how else would you describe what he
Yeah,
does?
no, absolutely. It's just,
And to be fair, you talk about career criminals.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're about to get an appearance of... Oh no, well nothing at the moment because I fucked up the jump. But like in a minute, we're about to get another dramatic A-list Batman appearance.
Ah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, the door's locked.
Wow.
Right. Okay.
This is...
Well, when I eventually go there.
I can only remain braced for so long.
Okay, here.
Don't worry, you just need a few more vents and then you'll get there.
Look, I'm not fond of either of you at the moment.
Why?
It's a mystery is what it is.
So like, the riddle is our gracious Wayne benefactors. I think there's a plaque somewhere that I can scan. Anyway, let's just go this way for now.
Are you not feeling supported by us, Bard?
They do lock down the creepy, like, hallway thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Insane Asylum's not a hard one to get right, though. I'm not saying it's done badly or anything like that. I mean, it's done well, but I think it's not a... It's a nice, straightforward one.
It's not a high bar.
Yeah.
We're not listening to the viewership, but some of... Oh, we are listening to them. It's come off automatically when I pick it up. But some of these little audio tapes are actually really good. Like, they just help flesh out the villains that little bit more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Again, one would have to be severely paranoid to read threats into harmless riddles, Dr. Young. May I test you with one?
Very well.
What is it that walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, and finally 3 legs?
A human being. As a baby, it crawls on 4 legs. As an adult, it walks on 2. And in later years, it uses a cane.
Good try. But the answer to all 3 is a baby.
I wish I get like
Truly
electric
crawls on all
batarang. So here we go.
4s,
That's the
but
plaque,
cut off
and
its
that will
legs
solve the
and
riddle.
only wiggle on 2 limbs. Give it a crutch, it can hobble around on 3. You see?
I think Bruce Wayne is like a very generous benefactor towards Arkham Asylum for obvious reasons.
Because he fills it in other ways.
Yes.
He basically matches his own efforts to fill it with criminals with financial funding.
It's something they do a bit more of in the comics, where like Batman actually does a lot of other things to help the people of Gotham, other than beating up criminals. Like he has a foundation and like all that kind of, like sort of thing.
Yeah, if only all his beating up criminals money also went to foundations, it'd probably do more good then.
Yeah. That's
beating up the
almost
mentally
definitely
ill dressed as a bat.
Oh, here we go. Let's go this way. This appears to be like the way to go. Oh, a red path, a blue path, a yellow path.
Obviously, go for the blue one first.
I don't know why this is here in an asylum of all places.
This is a medical wing, isn't it?
Yes.
Hence why you got the lines as well.
Do they have these in real hospitals?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, look, enhancing the realism.
Have you never been in a hospital?
I mean, I've been in a hospital, but I try not to remember it, and I've not spent, thankfully, not a lot of time there.
Feels like I'm in every other fucking week.
Yeah, that's because your bones are wrong.
They're not wrong. Technically, it's the things that connect my bones. My bones are actually pretty decent.
Oh, 2 henchmen. What will I do?
It's the bats. They're also the bats, but a different kind of bats.
See, this is irritating. When I get locked into that ground pound, you can't counter once you've begun to pound, which
see,
which I just did the same thing again.
It's a long animation, yeah. This was like doing the finishing blow in Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
That it locks you into an annoyingly long animation of Talion going, ugh, and stabbing down powerfully but very slowly.
The combat is more or less the same.
Yeah, it feels that way, kind of.
What's happening here?
That you could block, but blocking was annoying and it was mostly dodging.
What's happening here is you're about to fight the patriarchy.
I think that's Cash in there, the guy with the hook hand.
Ah.
I don't like failures.
Yeah, sure, boss. He was slowing us down anyway. Don't cry, Cash. You're right where we want you.
I wonder if I can stealth take down. Oh no, just. Oh, that's particularly nasty.
Yeah.
Oh!
You actually kind of missed him there in the animation. It went about 6 inches above his head. But
Batman didn't want
it
to.
still looked cool.
Batman didn't want to hurt the stunt double. Can I hurt? Can I talk to Cash? What do I can?
I heard someone shouting about
He's not a doctor, is he? I thought he was just a security guard.
These doors locked down. We can't get out. Don't know how long we can last.
How brave. Let's give Mr. Cash a great big hand. You could use one.
What a fucking dick! No bat gadget or blasting powder can get through that door.
Lighten up, Holmes.
I guess I'll have to find another way. Oh no, here we go.
You're detectoring your way around.
Can you
Oh look,
control
it's a
the
vent.
ventilation system in there?
Drag. It's a no-go. He just able to remote access.
I'm sure a loony bin has a lot of vents that you can climb around in.
As a large and armoured man.
Yeah, I think Batman.
Is no one going to call me on a loony bin? That's not okay anymore.
I mean, you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone should have said, Sprite, that is completely unacceptable.
Alright, fucking white, middle-aged man. No one stopped me, so it can't be wrong. Oh, wow.
It's definitely wrong.
That wasn't your best move.
No, it wasn't, was it?
Because you're too busy not correcting inappropriate jokes.
Again, I'm trying to save Gotham. What do you want from me?
I think one of the more ridiculous things in some ways for me with Batman is as well the fact that no one notices why this, like, semi-reclusive billionaire is, like, incredibly shredded.
I guess, like, if you're a billionaire, then that's just what you do with your time, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like, if imagine if Musk was, like, ripped. Everyone would be like, that's a bit weird.
I mean, certainly if I had, like, that kind of money and time, that's definitely how I would spend my time, was just getting really jacked.
Good one.
And he pretends to be into extreme sports, which is how he covers.
Who, Batman or Elon
Bruce.
Musk? Okay.
Yeah, I think like polo and like spelunking. You know, we saw that in the Nolan trilogy.
Did we?
Yeah.
We saw him spelunking.
No, but he used it as an example.
Right, okay.
Lucius to begin with.
I don't remember the spelunking subplot in The Dark Knight.
Can we just acknowledge this random henchman's like upper body strength? He's been hanging there for God knows how long.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Pure skill.
You just get gas to gas him. Or like, maybe Batman is. There we go. Okay, I think I've got to turn on more fans and like it'll ventilate.
You're lowering the gas level.
More of the gas. Right. Super. Let's go down here then. Jump down.
What the fuck did you just attack?
The teeth.
Oh,
we talked about this earlier.
Clackety teethy dealios.
That's what they're called.
Toothy boys.
Joker teeth, not clackety tooth DNA hours. Which is presumably why you didn't write this game. Oh my god.
I think I can make that jump.
Evidence
Keep
suggests
going, Bard.
you can't, but let's...
How many times are you going to try it?
Batman the Lab Rat strikes again.
Probably at least twice more.
Okay.
Did I hit this already? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I guess there must be like another one down there somewhere. If I was paying more attention, I could probably follow where the wires go.
Yeah.
So, is there another one?
Yeah.
Quiet you.
Nope. Is that beer going through you already?
It is, yeah.
Disturbing. Let's go. Ah, here we go.
No,
oh, no,
that's choky.
But that is where the.
He's still going.
The switch.
The dangly boy.
I feel I should almost put him out of his misery. I feel bad for the guy.
See if you can.
So maybe I can jump to this one. Perhaps. There we go. Right. Ah, I know what has to happen.
You've got to
here.
drop the man through it.
Yes, there we go. And there he goes. Okay.
And he's into the gas, so he's had a bad time.
He's having a real bad time.
Oh god, he's screaming in pain. That's awful.
You definitely just killed someone.
He was probably a murderer. He deserved. Well, did he deserve? We will never know.
If you're not prepared to kill Joker, you shouldn't be prepared to kill a henchman.
You didn't say Hitler.
No, I didn't.
You said hey henchman. Well, that's the question. Would Batman kill Hitler?
Presumably,
no.
So like one of the
Same
many
problem.
One of the many reasons that like he doesn't kill is like Batman is aware himself that.
Oh, that man's so dead.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Detective Vision is gonna be like unconscious.
Firefly. There we go. There was a riddle about Firefly. There we go.
Don't get too full of yourself.
He also appears in one of the
Condition
sequels.
unconscious. Look at his bones. That man fell through glass into poison gas and landed like that. He's not unconscious.
Yeah, that's quite a drop that we just plummeted him from. Batman does acknowledge this. I think it comes out in the comics that one of the reasons he doesn't kill is that he knows once he starts, he probably wouldn't be able to stop. And before you knew it, there'd be a lot of bodies piling up in Gotham.
Yeah, instead it's right to just commit people permanently to asylums or just hospitals, frankly.
I mean, that's not a symptom of Batman, though. That's the system, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a system that he is responsible for upholding, but nevertheless.
That only affects the poor or unwell.
Some of his villains are wealthy. Cash, did you give me any more information? No, not really.
I would have made sure that freak stayed where he belonged.
Go.
Taped interview 39.
More Riddler interview tapes. I think each area, like, I can get the tapes for a particular villain.
Yeah.
Right. How do we get back out of here? Oh, the door, presumably.
Yep.